The air hung heavy with secrecy. A single bulb cast long shadows across the faces of the recruits. They sat rigidly, their eyes fixed on the figure at the front. He was a hardened man, his face etched with the memories of countless operations. "The world is a dangerous place," he began, his voice a low growl, "and Iran has many enemies." He paced back and forth, his words echoing in the silence. "You are the shield that protects our nation. You are the sword that strikes at our enemies." The recruits listened intently. They were the best and brightest that Iran had to offer. Young men and women, all driven by a fierce patriotism and a desire to serve their country. They had been chosen for their intelligence, their skills, and their unwavering loyalty. They knew the risks. They understood the sacrifices they might have to make. But they were ready. They were the newest members of Iran's secret intelligence service. They were the GSS. Iran and America. Two nations locked in a complex dance of suspicion and animosity. Their shared history is a tapestry woven with threads of revolution, hostage crises, and covert operations. It is a past that continues to cast a long shadow on the present. The 1953 coup, orchestrated by the CIA and MI6, toppled Iran's democratically elected Prime Minister, Mohammad Mossadegh. This event, etched deep in the Iranian psyche, sowed the seeds of distrust that continue to plague relations between the two countries. The 1979 Islamic Revolution, which saw the Shah of Iran overthrown and replaced with an Islamic Republic, further exacerbated tensions. The subsequent Iran hostage crisis, where 52 American diplomats and citizens were held captive for 444 days, brought the two nations to the brink of war. The legacy of these historical events continues to fuel the rivalry between Iran and the United States. It is a rivalry that plays out on a global stage, with both nations vying for influence and power in a region rife with conflict and instability. Born out of the ashes of the 1979 revolution, the General Security Service, or GSS, is the invisible hand that protects the Islamic Republic of Iran. Tasked with safeguarding the revolution from both internal and external threats, the GSS operates in the shadows. It is a world of espionage, counterintelligence, and covert action. The GSS is a highly centralized organization answering directly to the supreme leader of Iran. It is divided into several directorates, each responsible for a specific area of operation. These include domestic intelligence, foreign intelligence, counterintelligence, counterterrorism, and special operations. The GSS has evolved significantly since its inception. Once primarily focused on internal security and suppressing dissent, the GSS has expanded its operations to encompass a global reach. This transformation has been driven by a number of factors, including the Iran-Iraq War, the rise of the internet and social media, and the escalating tensions with the United States and its allies. The GSS is a formidable and ruthless organization, feared by Iran's enemies and its own citizens alike. It is a testament to the Islamic Republic's determination to maintain its grip on power and to confront what it perceives as a constant threat from the West. The rivalry between Iran and the United States is a multi-dimensional chess match, played out on a global board. It is a conflict that extends far beyond the battlefields of the Middle East. It is a struggle for economic dominance, ideological supremacy, and geopolitical influence. Iran, under the weight of crippling US-led sanctions, has become a master of economic warfare. It has sought to circumvent sanctions through a complex web of front companies, clandestine financial transactions, and illicit oil sales. Iran has also forged strong economic ties with countries like China and Russia, challenging the US's efforts to isolate it economically. Beyond economics, Iran's nuclear ambitions have been a constant source of tension. While Iran maintains its nuclear program is for peaceful purposes, the United States and its allies fear it is covertly developing nuclear weapons capability. This has led to a series of diplomatic standoffs, sanctions, and the threat of military action. The US and Iran also engage in a perpetual cyber warfare campaign. Both nations employ sophisticated hacking tools to infiltrate each other's computer systems, steal sensitive information, and disrupt critical infrastructure. The Stuxnet virus, a joint US-Israeli operation that sabotaged Iran's nuclear program, is a prime example of this ongoing cyber conflict. Section 5. The making of a shadow warrior. Within the GSS training compound, the recruits are forged into weapons of the state. They are subjected to a grueling regimen of physical and psychological conditioning. Their instructors, veterans of countless operations, push them to their limits, instilling in them the skills and mindset necessary to survive in the shadows. Hand-to-hand combat, weapons training, surveillance techniques, and counter-surveillance are just a few of the skills drilled into the recruits. They are taught to blend in, to become invisible, to disappear into crowds and to move undetected through the urban jungle. The GSS also places a heavy emphasis on tradecraft. Recruits are schooled in the art of dead drops, brush passes, and clandestine communication methods. They learn to identify and recruit assets, to cultivate sources of information, and to extract intelligence from even the most unassuming individuals. The psychological aspect of their training is equally important. Recruits are taught to resist interrogation, to withstand torture, and to maintain their cover even under the most extreme pressure. They are imbued with a sense of mission, a belief in their cause, and a willingness to sacrifice everything for the Islamic Republic. Section 6. A world of whispers. Iran's intelligence network extends far beyond the borders of the Islamic Republic. It is a vast and intricate web of agents, informants, and assets operating in the shadows across the globe. From the bustling souks of Beirut to the financial districts of London, the GSS's reach is long and its methods are often ruthless. The GSS relies heavily on human intelligence, gathering information through a network of informants, defectors, and double agents. These individuals are often recruited through coercion, blackmail, or promises of financial reward. Iran also makes extensive use of proxy forces to advance its interests abroad. Groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza, and various Shia militias in Iraq and Syria act as extensions of Iranian influence, carrying out attacks, destabilizing governments, and furthering Iran's regional ambitions. The GSS's global network is a testament to its cunning and determination. It is a constant reminder that Iran's intelligence apparatus poses a significant threat, not just to its neighbors in the Middle East, but to the security of the West as well. Section 7. The unseen battlefield. The battle between intelligence agencies is often fought in the shadows, a silent war waged with whispers, code names, and disinformation campaigns. The United States, with its vast intelligence apparatus, counters threats with signals intelligence and covert operations. Cyberwarfare is a key battleground, with the US disrupting Iranian systems to protect its interests. Counterintelligence operations aim to neutralize Iranian agents within US borders. The intelligence war is a high-stakes game fought in the shadows, with catastrophic consequences for failure. Section 8. The Spy's Dilemma. In the murky world of espionage, where deception is a way of life and betrayal is an occupational hazard, the line between right and wrong can become blurred. Spies are often forced to make impossible choices, grappling with their consciences as they carry out orders that may have devastating consequences. For some, the allure of espionage lies in the thrill of the game, the adrenaline rush of operating in a world of secrets and danger. For others, it is a calling, a sense of duty to their country that outweighs any moral qualms they may have. But the life of a spy can take a heavy toll. The constant pressure, the fear of exposure, and the burden of keeping secrets can lead to isolation, paranoia, and a sense of profound moral ambiguity. The spy's dilemma is ultimately a reflection of the complex and often contradictory nature of the world we live in. It is a world where the lines between good and evil are often blurred, and where the pursuit of national security can sometimes come at a terrible human cost.